So I'm sure you've heard about this, Bryan. Michael Pineda had that perfect game going into the seventh inning. And then Martha Stewart, of all people, decided to tweet something. And there went the perfecto. And man, did she hear it from all of her followers and people who maybe don't even follow her, but caught wind that she was the one who ruined the perfect game. I'm curious, how mindful are you in situations like this where you know, uh-oh, if I say something here and it goes awry, then I'm gonna feel it. I'm gonna hear a lot about it on my notifications.
I'm not, and here's why. I think my job is to report on what's going on there. And, I've heard Vin Scully say this, and if it's good enough for Vin Scully, then it's good enough for me. Our job is to report what's happening there and not to ignore things that's happening. But I will tell you what the most exciting thing of opening day was. I found out that Martha Stewart follows me. So,
good for you.
Yeah.
I guess.
She is a Yankee fan, and so she is actually a sports fan. She knows what's going on. So very cool, and anytime she wants to shoot me a note and maybe send over some food or something, we're game for it.
But did you follow her back?
Yes, absolutely.
Good.
Yeah, that didn't sound too confident, Bryan.
Sure.
Don't
worry,
we won't tell. I don't know how closely you guys want to follow each other, considering she's a little bit of a jinx now. But
come on now. I'm with you, Bryan. Yeah, your job is to report the news, and the news is that someone for the Yankees is throwing a perfect game, and the same thing if the Yankees are being on the other end, if they're being no hit or being shut out, whatever the case may be. There is no reason why people should think that something happening on Twitter is affecting something on the field.
No, I mean, not the reporters, but the fans can have a good time with it, because what else are they going to do? They need to find the scapegoat
somehow. Good time is one thing, but then
Martha Stewart is the perfect scapegoat.
But the vicious tweets that sometimes can happen as a result of stuff
I don't need to cross the line, but they can say, hey, pipe down, Martha Stewart. Just watch the game. We don't need your Twitter comments.
All right. Well, maybe she learned her lesson. Maybe she knows now. And now that we know that she and Bryan are Twitter buddies, who knows? Maybe we can get some insight there.
Yeah, we shouldn't hate on Bryan's Twitter followers. So, Bryan, we saw what Pineda did in his first outing of the season. Did not particularly fare that well. He was excellent yesterday. Who's the real Michael Pineda?
That's a really good question. I think the Yankees would love to know that. You get these tantalizing previews of what he could be, and it really does look like Cy Young caliber stuff when he's got everything working. And I was talking to Austin Romine, the catcher, and he said he realized in the second inning that there might be something special going on with this one. Pineda's changeup looked great in the bullpen. His slider is always a devastating strikeout pitch when he keeps it down. He was spotting his fastball at both sides of the plate, and when you look at that, you say, my gosh, this guy should be an ace. And that's the rub with Pineda. There are days where he can strike out 10, and there's days where it looks like he's not going to get out of the second inning. And so yesterday was one of the good ones, but I think what separates the good pitchers or the somewhat good pitchers from the excellent Hall of Fame caliber guys is consistency. It's being able to go out there and do that time after time, and Pineda hasn't shown that yet, but you know what? If he can go out there in 5 or 6 days and do it again and start stringing that together, then the Yankees will be in pretty good shape.